Let's say we want to take a cut at the next part of the organization. So let's look at how our fundraising is doing. A lot of organizations might think of fundraising as opportunities as sort of production. So what is the development team? What are they producing as far as like commitment on pledges and things like that? Payments are actually cash. Accounting is very concerned on like what cash is hitting and are we on target for that? And then another KPI you might be tracking is average gift. So really quickly on here we can see we're tracking opportunities. We're within striking distance, 91%. We can see that we had some typically we've got our goal is 4 million per quarter, and we did okay here. We can see that the thing that's driving that is the individual giving. So maybe we need to do something around corporate sponsorships or donations or something like that if that's tracking behind. We can look at payments. We can see where the cash is coming in and same sort of thing. And then average gift, we can see where our average gifts are, and we can see that we're behind a little bit, $26, $7 behind where we should be. But you can see across the different things where those might fall. If you go to the next one, say we want to look at subscriptions. So we're a performing arts venue. We want to look at subscriptions. So we can see our overall subscriptions are down by 7%. Renewals are up by 4.8%, but it looks like we got some people dropping out on tenure. People year over year are falling out. And when we can dive into that, is it the Premier series? Is it the A series or the B series? How are those performing from a subscription perspective? We can also see trends in where expiration dates are dropping off and start dates and things like that. So we can get a better sense of maybe what our cycle is from a sales perspective on memberships and subscriptions. And then the final one is really around voice of the customer, or patron services here. You can see if you're using Salesforce for not just development and fundraising, but you're using it as a true CRM for all of your patron engagements, including issue resolution. We can see our case volume. Is it up or down? We can see our first contact resolution. So when people do have an issue, are we solving it that first time, or are they having to contact us multiple times? What channel are we solving the resolution? How are we performing by channel, call, chat, email, social? And then finally, one of the big things is around customer satisfaction. Talk to a lot of venues that they either stop sending surveys or they still send surveys, but they don't know how to action the data. It's a great example of how to track and action the data. We can see right here that customer satisfaction is up over last year. And we can see in the drivers that, we've identified Richard Moore as, he's doing a great job on CSAT and number of cases. So he's moving quickly, and those customers have a high CSAT score. And Joseph Anderson is at the lower end of that. And he may be a new employee, maybe he needs training, or, maybe he needs some coaching or something like that. So again, just being able to, again, surface this data at a level to where it passes the friends and family test, where if you're familiar with the area, but don't really know the nuances, you can start asking and probing and having a thread of conversation across the executive team or the operations team on what might be driving particular things across the organization and where you can address that to proactively drive results versus waiting for being reactive and things of that nature.